Hey, how you doing? This is Sergeant Joe Padula with the 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division Air Assault, and you're listening to Air Strike. Absolutely. Now, I gotta tell you something, Clarksville Online. Appreciate you guys checking us out. And I gotta let you know that Air Strike, the brigade radio show that we do right here at WJZM Clarksville, okay, is it brings these soldiers from the front lines of the Strike Brigade right into your listening device. And yeah, not for nothing, it's been an honor. We've had so many episodes, and it included having the first ever amputee to graduate the Air Assault School, Sergeant First Class Greg Robinson. We had the medics on here sticking me with needles and hydrating me. We've also had strike athletes who have done marathons, and we talked to them, and we've also had strike cooks and what they do, and they brought in some stuff. I mean, their cannolis wasn't as good as mine, but that's okay, you know. But I got to tell you, it is an honor and a privilege to relay this strike story to you, and now we do it through the radio. And yeah, so definitely check this out. Today's episode with Strike Soldier re-enlisting live on air, first time ever done. We're making history here at Strike, and we're doing it right here through Strike, Air Strike. And yeah, check it out. Absolutely. All right, you hear the royalty-free music, okay? Yeah. John, you know it's WJZM when it's royalty-free, right?
That's it.
Absolutely. All right. But we're in a different position right now. It's kind of awkward. I'm standing. The microphones are in the upright position, and I'm standing here with Specialist Luna. Okay, and would you like to introduce your, who's standing with us here?
So, Mr. Swearingen, CW2 Swearingen.
That's Chief Warrant Officer too.
He was actually my former platoon leader in Bravo Company.
Absolutely.
So I'm very honored and happy for him to be here today.
Strike, sir.
Strike, Joe.
What a pleasure to see you. Always a pleasure to see you. We miss you at Strike. You're no longer at Strike. Could you fill us in on where you are currently, if you're allowed to?
Yeah, no problem, Joe. I left Strike Brigade in June of this year, and then I went over to 5th Special Forces Group. Been back quite a few times, done a couple of re-enlistments. It's always an honor to come back to Strike. It'll always be home. Yeah,
you will, and this kind of makes it official in my eyes too. You will always be a part of Strike history, no doubt about it. I mean, you were there, during some very difficult times, and you made it. You've helped bring Strike to the top, and for that, sir, you will. Hey, thank you for what you've done for us at Strike.
Thank you for everything you do, Joe.
Oh, let me tell you, it's an honor to tell the Strike Soldier story. Yeah, especially now here on the radio airwaves.
There's no turning back now, huh?
3 more years, huh? What's the thought going on right in your head? Right? Now, just to paint the picture for the listening audience, this is being presented as an outdoor ceremony, so we're standing here. Specialist Luna is in her Class B's, okay, which looks fantastic. Nice white button-down shirt, all right. She's got the blue pants on, the beret, all right. There's a T in there, but we don't use that T, all right. That's what they call the silent T.
That's it.
All right. Yeah, it's not
Silent.
A beret. Yeah, that's what the girls put in their hair, right?
It's like a buffet.
Yeah, a buffet. All right. Absolutely.
It's not a buffet.
Yeah, but here we are. What's going in the brain right now?
3 words. This is it.
This is it.
This is it.
Oh, sounds like a tattoo. Let's get tattoos after this.
Let's do it.
This is it tattoos. Strike.
On
4
our
words.
arm?
Oh, yeah, on the arm, absolutely. Bada bing. All right. Also in the studio is the chain of command, and of course, good to see you, sir. Always a pleasure. We got the Clarksville Online, and Jeremy's over there. Hey, Jer, how you doing? All right. He gives a thumbs up. Bada bing, bada boom. The retention counselors are outside. Master Sergeant Milhausner, you might remember him from the previous episode where he came in his boat shoes. That was fantastic. Absolutely. And of course, Sergeant Wood is out there. She's over there, and she's yelling at somebody. I'm sure she's a tough one. That's for sure. Absolutely. But I'm so glad that she was able to make this day happen. And we also have a flag detail coming in here today, all right? And that's going to be a 2 high-speed. You got Specialist Gilliam and Specialist Torres, and they're going to be coming in here. They're going to be holding up the colors, okay? And during the unfolding of the colors, okay, this is a point where everyone's going to be at the position of attention, and it's going to be silence. But I'm going to be speaking during this, so we don't have what they call dead air here in the radio. I'm going to be explaining a few things of what's going on and what they mean. So. Yeah, without, John, how you feeling?
Good.
Yeah?
Without further ado.
Let me tell you, without further ado.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Sir, I'm going to hand it over to you. All right, calling it, swearing in is going to be Chief Swearingen. Go figure.
Root.
Attention! Post the colors.
Colors in motion. Now they're going forward. Now I'm going to read a few things here, all right? It's about the colors. I'll tell you, it's an honor to serve, and those colors you look at them, and you get that warm and fuzzy. Born on June 14, 1777,
Present. Halt.
the Second Continental Congress determined that the flag of the United States had 13 stripes, alternating between 7 red and 6 white. Okay? And right now, everyone is presenting the arms as the colors are now under.
Order. Arms.
Back to the position of attention they left.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Ilka Luna,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support and defend
to support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic.
foreign and domestic.
I will bear true faith
I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same.
and allegiance to the same.
I will obey the orders
I will obey the orders
of the President of the United States
of the President of the United States
and the officers appointed over me
and the officers appointed over me
according to Army regulations
according to Army regulations
and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Cool. At ease. Give a round of applause.
Yeah. This is it. This is it. And now they're going to be, they just gave the, she just said the I do, and now the chief is handing over the actual certificates to Specialist Luna, where they're doing the handshake in front of the colors, and with the microphones in the way. All right, there we go. Let me tell you, I mean,
Look this way, please.
man, Chief did a great job, and none of that was written down. That was all memorized, those words that he was saying. All right, and the Specialist Luna, everything that she was saying was pretty much just repeated. But man, I got to tell you,
Jeremy.
what do you have to say? I mean, say a few words to the audience and your family.
I think after that ceremony and the oath, I don't know, I'm a little overcome by emotion right now because I know it feels different now that I have this in my hand.
Right.
You know, I'm amongst some really great people, so I have a lot of things I want to accomplish, and I have a lot of shoes to fill, but I hope if I can be, I hope to be. I can't even
No,
talk.
I hear you.
I'm
I hear you.
I'm
This
so
is an emotional
happy,
time.
yeah.
Why don't you, by person in here, why don't you say your personal remarks to everyone?
All right, my husband, I love you, Jeremy. Thank you for your enduring support and love, and always wanting me to do better, never being selfish about anything. So I love you for that.
I love you too.
All right, 3 more years, are you ready?
Absolutely.
Do it.
Hug and kiss. Come on, do it already. Yeah. Who else? Who else do you want to come up to the microphone and say?
Right here, my flag detail.
Yes.
Okay, Specialist Gilliam, he's one of the first soldiers. I actually met him in AIT, and when I
Yes.
came here, he
Yes.
Facebooked me and said, "Oh, you're going to my company. This is what you need to know about who and who." And he kind of gave me the scoop about the company. So thank you. He's like my first friend that I.
He's nodding while still holding up the colors, just to let everyone know out there. Keep going with your personal gratitudes.
Specialist Torres, thank you for being here. I see you doing great things. I know you're focused, you're a serious soldier, so keep doing what you're doing, and thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. There he is, still holding the colors.
Captain Holiday, I know you've only been at the company a short time, but I think you're doing awesome, and thank you for not scolding me whenever I go to your office and ask you to sign documents like 4 times.
Yes, the non-scolding thank you. Yes, a very appropriate one. Yes, keep going.
First Sergeant, thank you for allowing me to work in the order room. I know Sergeant Wilkinson, who I actually replaced.
Right.
He he's wonderful. He became an NCO during that time. I know I have big shoes to fill, but I hope I do, great things for the company. Mr. Jackson.
Yeah.
What can I say about Mr. Jackson? He is, my former platoon, he's a current platoon leader. And Mr. Jackson, he has a list for each soldier, 10 things of what he wants them to do.
Right.
And I tell you, he'll never stop bugging about it. Every day. If he wants you to do something, he'll come up to you and just tell you in your face.
And he's a physical beast, too.
Yes.
You might recognize him from the Brigade Facebook page, Halfway in the Water. Yes, absolutely. Please continue with your gratitudes.
There's actually a river run that he made, the company or platoon do.
Yes.
And if I was in there, I would have been drowning.
Oh.
I'm only 5'12".
Well, I'm glad you're here re-enlisting instead. Absolutely.
Mr. Swearingen, like I said, he was our former PL, and he's always seen the better in me. He's always telling me, giving me great advice. These are the reasons why you should re-enlist, and this is what you can be later on in your career. So I look at him, and I really think he's an inspiration. So thank you. So
Absolutely.
thank you.
And the career counselors, what do you have to say?
Thank you for your patience. It takes a great deal of patience, which I don't have. They say patience is a virtue.
Right.
To deal with soldiers, on a daily basis, gripes, anything, requests, especially for re-enlistment. So, but Sergeant Wood is awesome, and her Master Sergeant, and their team. So, thank you to them.
Absolutely, and again, we're going to go to a break here, all right? And but yeah, when we get back, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna say our emotions, what's going on right now, and so don't go too far. You're listening to Air Strike, Sergeant Joe Padula, WJZM 1400 AM. Absolutely. Hey, how you doing? All right, it's Sergeant Joe Padula, the 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division, Air Assault, host of Air Strike here at WJZM, and not for nothing, we had a pretty remarkable historical show today, all right? On the show, we had the first ever soldier re-enlistment live on the air, and what a coincidence, it was with Specialist Luna. Yeah, look at that, forget about it. Hey, how you doing, all right?
I'm feeling good.
You look good.
Thank you, babe.
All right.
Good. That was on the script.
That's Jeremy, that's her
That's
husband?
my husband.
Absolutely, so they're allowed to call each other babe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But some of the thoughts that went in your head prior to, during, and now after.
Well, I have to be honest with you, I was a bit nervous
Right.
knowing that a bunch of people that I did not expect to come would be here today. But,
Absolutely.
it's, the more the merrier. It's an honor, and I'm feeling very blessed to be here and, serve along my brothers and sisters for 3 more years.
3 more years. Jer?
I'm really flattered that you guys took up the whole program to make this special. It wasn't like a 2-minute plug-in. Here's a soldier. She get re-enlisted. Congratulations, out the door. You guys made the whole show about her.
Right.
And that's more than probably any of us could have asked for. So yeah, once again, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Let me tell you, you guys are willing to give 3 more years. We're definitely willing to give at least an hour and a half. That is for sure, because you guys are worth it. Thank you for staying strike. Thank you for your service, and yeah, thank you to WJZM for letting us do Air Strike, the Strike Brigade radio show that brings these soldiers from the front lines into your listening device. Absolutely.